just got out of the Warren County Regional Jail. Actually, here's the sheriff. I ain't gonna go back over there, but that's where I entered it and that's where I exited. We drove up. There's a back door. I went to a different back door. But I'm free, so I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm not staying right here. But the first time I actually ever been in Warren County, or in Warren County or Bowling Green. So it's a Scott Tobacco Company. I swear I was here. If anybody tries to say no, you weren't here, well, I got a videotape. Warren County Regional Jail. It was over a library book. In 2004, I didn't return a library book, so they fucking busted me, man. That's such bullshit. God damn. This one I could kind of laugh about, but still, I was in there for about 2 or 3 hours. 2 or 3 hours to go to fucking jail because of the 2004 library book. And I bet they don't even know what the library book is. They ain't got no evidence. So, alright. So, it used to be a barbecue place. Yeah, so this is I got to see the battles, right? I got to see the worst of the worst. It's my first trip to Bowling Green. And there's corruption in the jail. They don't treat anybody right. There's a lady named Jamie. She was a total fucking dick. Vance, she seemed to be okay. She seemed to be the nice one, actually. And there was a jailer that just totally fucking was ordering me around, do this, do that, and felt me up, right? Doing the frisk or whatever, but I understand you got protocol, but he was a dick too. Had to fucking throw his 2 cents into what his opinion was. I was sitting there complaining about how it was just a library book. He was like, actually, that's not even a criminal matter. That's a civil matter. Well, library is government, so he don't even know what he's talking about. But he had to throw his 2 cents in just to tell me that I was wrong. And then another guy seemed like he was half mentally, retarded. He seemed like he was simple. He was nice or whatever at first, but then when I started having fun, I was talking to Dante Woodard, Woodard, and I was talking to him, and we were having a good time, just kind of laughing about this and that, and they got mad about it. Hey, you need to shut your mouth. I was like, well, that ain't cool. So it seems like a nice little community here. I don't know really which street I'm on. Oh, 11th and Clay Street. You got a railroad going through town. I was actually surprised by Bowling Green's black population. Seems higher here than in the other ones, any of the other cities. So anyways, I gotta walk back to my truck. They took all my money. I don't know. I just want to get back, I guess, get back to my house. The interview's over, if there was an interview, but turns out there was some BS shenanigans going on down this way with the interview. So yeah, more charges with Kentucky's criminal justice system, right? It's all about justice. You checked out a library book 11 years ago. You deserved for me to take you up out of your truck, pick you up out of your truck, throw you in jail for 3 hours, take $130, force you to appeal to court. There'd be court costs, jail costs, and that's all if you're not guilty. If you're not guilty. So it's kind of a scenic shot actually here. You know, like the red, white, and blue water tank. It's like old style. Streets and parks. And then you got this recycling plant here, this recycling corner. It's on Clay Street. Clay and something. Here's 6880 West 45 speed limit, Family Dollar car wash, Oxy Key stop, wash and lube crossroads. Bowling Green, I'm telling you, I was here. I was a cop. At least they had a cop sound. Man, I've seen a number of cops actually. I wonder if that's a undercover. I guess they got some little white car, undercover white car there. So here's where my truck eventually ended off. I almost got to Bowling Green. 930 Gordon. Almost got to Bowling Green. I'm like, oh, I'm going to visit Bowling Green. Right here next to the Heinz Pharmacy. There's my truck there. I hope it's unmolested. I even saw the state trooper, I mean, like half hour back. He got me just because my tags are expired. Yeah, so what? Y'all need, they're revenue generators. That's all they give a shit about. I was thinking, should I let him follow me? Because, I mean, it wasn't like I robbed or hurt anybody. Or should I turn off? Should I go to this gas station? I should have turned off and gone to the gas station. Instead, I was like, nah. He'll see I ain't doing nothing wrong. He's pressed up on me the whole time. Basically, tailgating me, right? Looks like my tire's almost gone, too. The front left tire's been having issues. I'm not for sure. I need to get a new tire, actually. I don't even have any money, man. They took all my money at the fucking jail. So I made it back here. Sucks, I just fucking got here, man. I never made it to you. Bowling Green, the Kentucky State Police says that I wasn't allowed to be here. Kenton County had a warrant out for me. Fucking Kenton County, man. Look at that tire. Whew. Alright. Nelson County, no, I guess I'll have to get that changed. So anybody wants to get an auction here, March the 14th, 9:30. It's on 185 just outside of Bowling Green. Check it out. And if you're interested in checking out Church of Christ, Ray's Branch, here it is. There it is, Ray's Branch is right there. It's right next to Junction 526 and 185 North. Is this coming to the precipice here? Is there a little town over this lip? No, it's a little family cemetery. A lot of flat land though. So, the whole argument about overpopulation is a bunch of bullshit. Okay. So I'm not sure this is Rannyville. Some people with pink and green hair. So 79, 62, stop sign. Everything's closed. This is like consistent with everywhere in Kentucky. But everywhere in Kentucky you have like these businesses, these storefronts that's gone out of business. It looks like a storefront that don't have a business. I don't know who owns it or what's going on there, but I swear it's everywhere. I swear it is. So this looks like a school. Looks like it's flooded, but it's a ball field, basketball courts. Seems like they got a lot of stuff actually going on there. I don't know what school that is. It looks like the school's boarded up. I like this bridge. I like the scenery. Why would they board this school up? It seems like there's a town. There's people here. Why would they do that? See, here. This is a better example of everything being closed up, right? This house, it's not selling nothing. Gospel IPSC, like it's all just big houses, storefronts, non-existent, man. And you can tell what's right with Kentucky can fix with what is wrong with Kentucky. So while you don't have, like most buildings are occupied, most buildings are nice little quaint houses, that seem to be doing their job. I like these big ass culverts. There's a lot of actually stuff going on around here. There's a cool little house back there. So anyway, median income is $40,000. So people are doing, adequately. They're doing all right. So when people say like it's all trailer parks, I remember when I read about Eastern Kentucky, I really thought it was going to be like, Haiti or something. I thought it was going to be like a third world country, just with everything I heard. But that's not the case. But when you pass so many of these empty houses, you realize how easy it would be to solve homelessness or poverty. I think I've been maybe homeless like for a few months or something. I've stayed with aunts and uncles and friends and family, grandmothers, grandpas, right? Just family everywhere. Basically, I've been within a few months of being homeless. Like right now, in a couple months, if I wasn't to make my payments, I'm homeless. So if I'm not able to make my payments, now I gotta, you know, call somebody up and say, hey, I couldn't find a job and I couldn't make my payments. So no, I think if we actually cared, all it takes to solve homelessness and to help Kentucky people out is someone who cares. So for Jeff Young to be, you know, he's a decent, honest man. He was thinking about what kind of motto we should use. I was thinking about the motto just honesty, decency, justice or something. Love. Honesty, decency, and love. Because that's all it would take. It would take someone who gave a shit and just, you know, went around seeing where these abandoned buildings are, who they are, these absentee landlords, and then to just sign a waiver for the homeless person. I will not sue, you know, this person, this private owner, or maybe the government could, you know, take control of the property if nobody uses it, and just sign a little waiver saying they won't sue them. Now you got to, you know, if I had a choice between living with, you know, in an overcrowded, you know, jerk friend or some abusive dickhole, or living in this shithole right here, I'd much rather live in that shithole. At least I get my independence. I'm, you know, out of the weather. I'm dry, and it's just sitting there. So there's homeless people that live out in the field. They live out under bridges. You know, the one guy got frozen right outside the homeless shelter in Louisville. Right outside the homeless shelter, frozen to death. There's a, you know, empty house right there. But somehow there's a coordination failure. And then people say, well, bringing homeless people in, we'll make them feel welcome. Introduce them into the community. I mean, I wouldn't, if I just moved in the community, I wouldn't want to tell everybody I'm part of the homeless program. But that's the thing, is that we got to start, we are our brother's keeper. We got to start caring about one another. And if everybody knows where that homeless person is, or that person who just moved in a trailer like that, you know, like, that's not the fear. The fear isn't them doing anything to you all. The fear would be you all doing something to them. So it's just a coordination failure, and it's not just about the homeless. It's about poor people. It's about people loving people. I mean, there's another house. I just found like 3 or 4 houses or so, you know. But again, you know, what is right about Kentucky, you know, tractors, brick homes, nice old, you know, log house here. It's for sale. Tom Batter. Here's a nice little quaint house here too. So, I mean, you got lots of people doing okay. So the people who are doing okay, just give a shit, or find somebody who gives a shit. You find someone who gives a shit, then, you know, not only is homelessness taken care of, but poverty is alleviated, and we look after each other. I mean, I seriously think, like, we would save so much money. I got pulled over for a library book. That makes me not want to go to a library ever. What's the point of going to a library? We got the internet, bunch of stupid old books. I don't like going to the Breckinridge County Library because the librarian, she yells. That's how she talks, but she doesn't understand that. She's like, thank you, have a nice day. It's like, why are you yelling at me? I am scared. Is that how you talk to people? You don't realize you're yelling? You're just, you know, carrying on. Anyways, if they had programs, they had something extra there. No, I almost feel like I'm doing them a favor, you know? It's just a social thing. Hey, you got books here? I like reading books. All right, I'll check this book out. I'll be right back. All right, I'll see you later. But, I mean, there's no programs. There's nothing fun or interesting going on. They don't have no socials. And, you know, if you don't return your book right away, the cop's going to be knocking on your door, and they're serious about this shit. They'll wait 11 years. Statute of limitations, right? They're going to tell me that Louisville, I'm going to file some charges in Louisville, and they're going to tell me statute of limitations. You can't charge somebody with that. So we'll see how statute of limitations works in your favor. They tell me I can't charge people because of statute of limitations. This thing's 11 years old. 11 years old. And they probably can't even tell me the book that was checked out. Supposedly it's like $100. So I don't know if it was an expensive book, several books, or if it started accruing, you know, like the banks do. After a day, you just start charging $10, $15, you know, dollars a day. And then eventually by the week's end, you owe them $1,000. You didn't have $5 on Monday, so by Saturday, we won $1,000 from you. And it's totally legal. Now, the government's going to defend us. You You know, give a man a gun, he can rob a bank, but give a man a bank, he can rob the world. So my old Kentucky home, I enjoy this scenic drive, even though Bowling Green, my Bowling Green mission of talking to this media guy, meeting up with the Democratic candidate for governor and seeing him talk to the media in Bowling Green, that was it. It was a failure. It was an utter disaster. You couldn't have failed any worse than what I failed. Look at this spaciousness. Yeah, overpopulation. Overpopulation where? In the cities? And this is like gas. I just want to see all the pasture here. This is like gas. I mean, I was like, what are these long buildings here for? Some kind of coops, some chicken coops. It's a gas place, so I'm not for sure exactly what it is. So, you know, lots of land, lots of empty buildings. And even though poor people don't vote, there's people that care about poor people. And that's, you know, honestly, that's what a Democrat is. A Democrat is people who care. Or at least that's how I think of a Democrat. I don't think it's Republicans v. Democrats. I think it's people who care versus people who don't care. And you got somebody who actually gives a shit. No, you don't want just a glory. You don't want just getting the accolades or a title or the power or the money. But just wants to do good for others so people succeed and are happy. That's the kind of leadership we need. Here's another empty building. You know, we need people who get in there and who actually give a damn, who aren't cronies, who aren't going to just make their rich corporate banker friends rich. I mean, oh man, okay. So lots of spaces. This is Rough River Dam. Rough River, I guess there's an airport around here. Why else would there be a big sock, right? There's an airport. That is an airport. I am tickled to death now. So there's an airport around here. You got the Ohio River. You got trains. I mean, basically, you got every, you know, resource that California, LA, New York has. This is an impressive bridge here. Oh, you saw that rock wall. I thought it was impressive, at least. It was just a road. It was kind of like, why is this here? Why is this here? What is this building here? Little block building? What is this? It's a Rough River Dam. So people actually use this. It's a dam, so the river's up on this side, and then it's really low on that side. I don't know if you can tell. But there's the dam right there, right? Rough River Dam. You go there and you go on down. What do they charge? Do they charge to use the dam? If I'm just boating along, can I just go up and down the dam as I please? Or is it just for commerce? So, yeah, cool dam, huh? Rough River. Hell yeah. But no Native Americans, right? And there's Shawnee, there's Green River Indians, Shawnee, Cherokee. Lots of Native Americans were on this side, so don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. So life's a struggle, right? I mean, to be honest with you, the campaign has probably been the nicest thing that I've actually had to... What are you doing? Well, I'm campaigning. I'm going around talking to people, trying to get people to like me. That's what I'm doing. But if I wasn't, you know, I wouldn't have time for some of this shit. To drive all the way to Bowling Green. I mean, if this was like a vacation and I went all the way to Bowling Green, and then just to get pulled over and thrown in jail for 3 hours, you know, just because of a library book 11 years ago. He didn't give a damn about my life. He's like, well, you got a warrant. Got to do what the computer says you got a warrant. Then throws me into a Warren County Detention Center. They're all a bunch of assholes, right? They don't give a crap about anybody. Well, cop says you're a criminal, so that means we get to treat you with contempt and treat you like a jerk. And it comes to find out, it's like, I mean, over a library book. So it doesn't even matter, you know, that doesn't give you any street cred. So you don't get respect from the criminals. You won't get respect from the jailers. And then, you know, take a couple days off or whatever for the court case. Hope the judge listens to you. Usually it just takes an accusation and then, you know, that's all she wrote. So it's, you know, it's rough out here, man. Kind of limping home. This is me almost to my house. My tire is all popped. You know, I always hated that. I always resented that fact. You see a cop pull someone over at 8 o'clock in the morning, that means that's some guy who got up and woke up to go to Taco Bell. He doesn't have any money. He has no influence. He has nothing going on whatsoever. And the cop just popped him for no reason. If it wasn't for him, he wouldn't be able to get his taco, you know, his beef Taco Crunch Supreme or whatever. These people, working class people, keep the world going. So, I mean, I think cops are just ruining everything. They're ruining, I mean, library books. Why would I want to use library books? Why would I want to chance that? I got the internet. I don't need to go to the library for anything. And, you know, it's a struggle out here. So instead of making the struggle worse, I think people should make it easier. And if you can't make it easier, then don't do anything. So I got people actually behind me. You can see that I'm going like fucking 2 miles per hour. Maybe he's going to talk it to me. I'm going like 2 inches and he's like right up my ass. And then you can even pass. It took this guy like forever to figure out to pass me. He's going downhill in a passing lane and I'm going literally 7 miles per hour. He got up right up to my tail. Should I pass him? I don't know. I think he's going to get a little faster. I'm not for sure.